Okay, now we come to the next set of questions. Read the book descriptions for the 3 different books up for sale online and answer the questions by choosing the correct option. So, there are 3 book reviews that have been given to us here, and later on we'll need to take a look at the questions and try to answer them. So, as you can see, on being a veterinarian series is one. So, you want to be a vet is another, and I want to be a vet. So, as you can see, all the 3 books are on the same topic. Let's go through these and then take a look at the questions. So, the first one, the On Being a Veterinarian series gives pre-vet and veterinary students a glimpse into what it's really like to be a small animal vet. Okay. Each book in the series provides insight on a different aspect of small animal veterinary medicine to help future veterinary doctors better prepare for the challenges of this career. The book puts the reader in the doctor's shoes for a day to illustrate the importance of emotional resilience. Tools for building resilience are provided, as are scientific explanations for how and why they work. Okay. So, the another important point is that the book puts the reader in the shoes for a day to illustrate the importance of emotional resilience, and tools for building this kind of resilience are also provided, and scientific explanations as to how and why they work. Okay. The next one, So You Want to Be a Veterinarian, is suggested reading for aspiring vets. Okay. Their parents and their mentors. So, not just for aspiring vets, but also their parents, their mentors too. It succinctly, okay, describes colleges of veterinary medicine and their admission requirements, application procedures, curriculums, faculties, and facilities, and provides information that increases the odds of success in the admission process. So, this is to give an idea to somebody who wants to be a vet as to what the processes are and what it entails to get them admitted into the colleges that they are aspiring for. It goes on to describe the veterinary profession and its multiple practice types. So, this is the second important point. Species and disciplinary specialities and employment opportunities in industry, government, academy, and the military. The third one, I Want to Be a Veterinarian, is part of a new I Can Read series that introduces young readers to important community helpers. Okay, this level 1 or I Can Read is perfect for children learning to sound out words and sentences, whether shared at home or in a classroom. The short sentences, familiar words, and simple concepts of level 1 books support success for children eager to start reading on their own. For anyone looking for books about community helpers for kids, this book is a great choice as it is bright and upbeat and feature characters who are diverse in terms of gender, race, age, and body type. Okay, so this book with a title that may confuse you is about something different. Okay, after this, let's go to the questions, and by using the phrase gives a glimpse into, the text suggests that On Being a Veterinarian series does what? Imparts extensive knowledge about the personal and professional aspects of a vet's life. B. Gives detailed descriptions about the veterinary profession and its multiple practice types. C. Offers comprehensive health advice to small animal veterinary doctors, or provides salient features of small animal veterinary medicine to help prepare future doctors for the difficulties of their profession. Now, gives a glimpse into. Where was this mentioned? Go back to the part. It was from the first book. On Being a Vet series gives a pre-vet and veterinary students a glimpse into what it's like to be a small animal veterinarian. So, whatever information we came across from this book review has to be borne in mind. And based on that, we go with the D because this is what it does exactly, provides us with salient features of small animal veterinary medicine to help those who are aspiring to become animal doctors in the future to face the difficulties of their profession, and all the others can be eliminated because they are not related to this particular book under question. Okay, so we have a D as the correct choice here. Okay, we come to the next one now, 11. A small animal veterinarian involves dealing with A. Farm animals, companion animals, zoo animals, and endangered animals. Okay, now there's another method for answering questions to ensure that you arrive at the correct answer most of the time. That is by the process of elimination. In certain questions, when you're not aware of what exactly the answer should be, if you work by elimination and keep on dismissing the choices that are irrelevant, out of scope, or absurd, then you are likely to arrive at the correct answer. This question gives this kind of approach or makes this kind of approach possible. So the question asks us to identify what kind of animals this small animal veterinarian involves dealing with. Now, if we go back to the first book on being a veterinarian series, then it says it gives pre-vet and veterinary students a glimpse into what it's really like to be a small animal veterinarian. Now, small animal veterinarian cannot, or small animals rather, cannot be endangered animals or zoo animals. Also, there has not been any mention of these kind of animals in the explanation. So, C and D are easy to eliminate. Farm animals are also not in the category of small animals. So, what exactly are small animals? We call small animals companion animals also because they are those kind of animals that are typically cared for in a household, and they are also called pets. So, small animal vets involves dealing with these kind of animals that are kept in households in the form of pets. Okay, so we go with B, companion animals. Okay, which underlined phrase is similar in meaning to increases the odds of success. So, increases the odds of success was mentioned in the second text. And where was it? It succinctly describes colleges of veterinary medicine and their admission requirements, application procedures, curriculums, faculties, and facilities, and provides information that increases the odds of success in the admission process. Okay, so what does this group of words mean? And which is similar in meaning. So something that's analogous to it. Can we, first we need to understand what this phrase means. So it actually means to improve the chances of success. Now A says the estimates for chances in achieving the goal are maximum when you plan ahead. So this gives us the same idea in different words, but it does not explain increasing the odds of success. So this can be eliminated. B, the increases in bets to gain victory are not just common in academic circles. The increases in bets to gain victory. Now, bets are neither mentioned nor implied. So, this is also something which is easy to eliminate. C, when a business studies the competition, it improves the chances of surging ahead. Now, don't you think this makes sense? Because when in that book, the discussion was about trying to find out what is present and what is needed, and this will improve the chances of success. So similarly, when a business studies the competition, it improves its chances of surging forward. So this is the correct answer. D says a lesser known fact is that focusing on yourself ensures long-term gains. Now, a focus on the wording of this option. It seems to be motivational, but it does not convey the exact meaning, or it fails to tell us what increases the chances or odds of success actually means. So this can be eliminated as well. We get C as the correct answer for this question. Question number 13 is a vocab based question. Select the option that correctly displays the meaning of succinctly as used in the given line from the text about so you want to be a veterinarian. Okay, we'll go back to the part again and read it so that it gives us clarity about the contextual meaning. In the second sentence, it succinctly describes colleges of vet medicines and their admission requirements, blah blah blah. So what could it mean is what we have to think of, and then of course keeping in mind the options, decide. It succinctly describes colleges of veterinary medicine. What can succinctly mean? A. Is it polite, short and sweet, brief and relevant? We could go with brief and relevant, but not polite and short. Short and sweet to some extent, but not sweet per se, but short. So let's eliminate this anyway, because there is nothing associated with politeness to succinctly. We cannot consider A as the correct answer. B says compact, discursive, concise and polite. Again, polite has come into the picture, so this can be eliminated. C. Condensed, compact, brief, to the point. Take a closer look. All the words are synonyms of one another. Condensed means something which is compact, means something which is brief, which means something which is to the point, exact, not wordy or verbose. So, C is the correct answer. D. Short and sweet, condensed, discursive, systematic. Succinctly, I told you, doesn't mean short and sweet per se, and it has nothing to do with things being methodical, organized or systematic. So, D also can be eliminated. Of course, it was close, and maybe the test takers of that time did get confused between these two, but a closer look and a little more attention and of course knowledge of synonyms would have ensured that people went with C as the correct answer. Okay, question number 14. Which book or books of the three mentioned in the text is or are likely, and not likely to include the following line? So, first, let's go through the sentence that's given and then decide. How long it takes to become a vet can vary, but if you really love animals and think caring for them is up your alley, then becoming a veterinarian may be the right choice for you. So, which of the three books can include this sentence? On Being a Veterinarian series gives pre-vet and veterinary students a glimpse into what it's really like to be a small animal veterinarian. So You Want to Be a Veterinarian is suggested reading for aspiring veterinarians, their parents and their mentors, because it describes colleges and vet medicines and their admission requirements, application processes, blah blah blah. I Want to Be a Veterinarian is part of a new can read series that introduces young readers to important community helpers. Okay, now let's take a look at the question again. So, which book or books of the three mentioned are likely to include this line, which is about a vet and somebody being in love with animals and wanting to care for animals? And then the sentence says how long it takes to become a vet can vary, but if you love animals, then becoming a veterinarian may be the right choice for you. Both On Being a Veterinarian and So You Want to Be a Veterinarian is what A says. B. Only So You Want to Be a Veterinarian. C. All the three, I Want to Be a Veterinarian, On Being a Veterinarian, or so you want to be a veterinarian. And D, only on being a veterinarian. Now, the third book, I forget what the name was, I want to be a vet, has to be excluded. Why? Because it is more about, introducing young readers or children to important community helpers. Now, I want to be a vet can be eliminated, and so what should we go for? I want to be a vet is mentioned in C, which says all three, so we can eliminate it. Only so you want to be a vet is not a complete option. A, both on being a veterinarian and so you want to be a veterinarian will make sense. Okay. And D can also be eliminated. Okay. So what's the answer? The answer is A, which includes both these books, which give us an idea about how to care for small animals and gives aspiring vets, their parents and their mentors some insight into what it entails on getting admission into such an institution, which will help whoever is aspiring to become a vet. Okay, so it is A. Question number 15. Which topic would be a part of disciplinary specialties in so you want to be a veterinarian? Now, in the second book, yes, it was so you want to be a veterinarian. Towards the last part of this text, the author says it goes on to describe the veterinary profession and its multiple practice types. Okay, species and disciplinary specialties and employment opportunities in industry, government academy and the military. Okay, so this information should help us go for the correct choice. So, which topic would be a part of disciplinary specialties in this book? Is it remount and veterinary corps? B, internship allowance. Internship allowance can be eliminated because it's more to do with paying interns and it is not related in any way. The book does not mention it also. So, internship allowance can be eliminated. International Institute of Veterinary Education and Research is the name of an institute. So, this also should be easy to eliminate. D. Sports medicine and rehabilitation. Now, sports medicine and rehabilitation would be correct, but it's not mentioned, this field rather has not been mentioned in the book. So, it is a remount and veterinary course because the author mentions in the military as well. Okay, A is what we have decided. Question number 16. Upon reading the passage, which of the following is likely to be inferred about the main aim of I want to be a veterinarian? I want to be a veterinarian. Which book is it? Take a quick look again. The third one. And what does this text tell us? That this level 1 or can read is perfect for children learning to sound out words and sentences, whether shared at home or in a classroom. The short sentences, familiar words, etc. Support success for children eager to start reading on their own. Okay. Now, which of the following can be inferred about the main aim of this book? I want to be a veterinarian. Now, the title should not confuse you because while it does mention I want to be a vet, it's more about reading and understanding sounds and words and meant for children who are just beginning to read or learn reading. A says learn about characteristics of veterinarians. We can eliminate this because it has nothing to do with vets or vet studies. Learn about inclusion and diversity is out of scope. C, learn about various community helpers or learn how to read by oneself. Now, don't get confused because while the word community did come up, we have to understand in which context the text mentions it. For anyone looking for books about community helpers for kids, this book is a great choice as it is bright and upbeat and feature characters who are diverse in terms of gender, race, age and body type. Okay, so with this, what gets eliminated? we can eliminate C, because the aim is not to make readers learn about various community helpers, but to learn how to read by oneself. Okay, so D is appropriate. Fine. We move further. We have the next question now, question number 17. Select the option that matches the books to the most likely readerships according to the text. Choose 3 appropriate options from the 4 that are given. So, we have name of the book in one column and type of readers in the other. And we have all these 3 books mentioned here, which and the second column gives us 4 types of readers. Okay. I want to be a veterinarian. Who is likely to read this book? School students or graduates, children, pre-vet and veterinary students, or academics and practicing veterinarians. The second one, so you want to be a veterinarian, also is, to be matched with the correct type of readership, and on being a veterinarian series also, we have to follow the same process. Okay, so let's first take a look at A. I want to be a veterinarian. Who will read it? School students or graduates, children, pre-vet and veterinary students, or academics and practicing veterinarians? Well, it will be, I want to be a veterinarian will be read by children. So, we match A with 2. Okay. Then we have the next one. So, you want to be a veterinarian. Who will like to read this, or who will find the right kind of matter if they read it? It should be school students or graduates who are aspiring to be vets. So, this is matched with B. And then we have the third type of the third book on being a veterinarian series. 1 and 2 we have already decided to match with A and B, and we are left with pre-vet and veterinary students, or academics and practicing veterinarians. Well, on being a vet series will be read by these people. Okay, who are they? Pre-vet and veterinary students. So, we have A matched with 2, B 1 and C 3. Let's go through the choices. It's not here in A, not in B, in C and D, but then in the third choice, B is matched with 1, whereas in the last one, B is matched with 4. So, we eliminate D and we have option C, which gives us the correct matches. Okay, so it's C, which is the correct answer here.